She then added before Hope could respond, and surprisingly, I do indeed. In fact, the more I work at it, the more I felt it was like second nature to me. It was as if Hope finally interrupted her, saying now with a complete understatement, "The memories from your past are slowly coming back to you?" Kitty softly nodded for her head in response at her statement, as Hope now said to her with a smile, while grasping her hands together, "That's wonderful. I was hoping to see this happen to you soon. This is great news. So does this mean you're not mad at me anymore?" the tan feline asked her. Well, I am a little bit, since this is one of my favorite trees in my yard," Hope told Kitty, trying to be diplomatic about it. She then said softly, before Kitty could say anything in response, "But it's okay. My fruit tree isn't so important that it can't be used for a good cause for once in a while." "I didn't know what else to use the test to see how sharp my claws really are," Kitty explained further. "I mean, I wasn't about to use your furniture or anything really valuable to you to find that out." "And I appreciate it," Hope retaliated. "Still, all you had to do was tell me about this, and I would have gladly bought you something that you could test your claws on till your heart's content." Kitty now put a hand under her chin, the finger eventually replying, while a lot of awkwardness while looking for a female mechanic in the eye. "Oh yeah, I should have bought that," she then added while flashing a sheepish grin. "I apologize. Hope thought didn't harbor any more hard feelings," as she then grabbed her right wrist and right hand and replied gently, "No need. It's all good. Now nothing more than a simple misunderstanding." Kitty by this time couldn't help but smile at the female mechanic's kindness, thinking to herself, I don't think I could have asked for a better person to live with for now than her. She really is such a sweetie." Seconds later, Hope let go of her hand and said, "Anyway, what do you say we go inside now, and have some supper together? I bet you must be starving." Ironically, Kitty was indeed, as she spent most of the evening practicing her skills, so she said, responding with a nod, "Sure, lead the way." And with that statement, the two girls quickly headed inside. Kitty then commented as they walked, I'm actually so hungry right now. I even be willing to eat cat food from a can." "Oh, that's good to know," Hope replied with a shy grin, "because I got you some on my way home." "You're joking, right?" the tan feline inquired with an arch eyebrow. "Nope," the female mechanic told her, trying to keep a straight face. "I figured since you're a cat, you might as well eat food that was made for them." Hope by this time finally made it to the door, where she soon looked back and saw Kitty and had stopped a few feet away, now glaring at her with crossed arms. "Oh, come on, don't be like that. I was just kidding around with you," Hope said with another grin, after an awkward pause. "Even I know that Mobians don't eat food made for normal animals." Kitty finally got the gist of her little tease. eventually commenting with a slightly annoyed look on her face, though surpassing by a bit of a grin at the same time. Ha ha, cute. That same night, in the... Let me repeat this again. That same night, in the Econ Republic, the former king of New Metropolis was now discussing his psychotic plans with a trusted soldier of his, none other than the cunning skunk himself, Geoffrey Sir John. After King Max told him of his plan, Geoffrey inquired with an arch eyebrow, "You sure this is a good idea, sir? Causing internal chaos within the city while Eggman's still at large?" "Trust me," the old Squirrel King replied with a shy grin, "this is for the best." "I don't see how," the treacherous skunk said. "If anything is going to split the kingdom up into two chumps, making us more vulnerable to Eggman's attack." King Max then looked at Geoffrey in the eye and said with an angry glare, "Let me tell you something, Sir John. My son is weak and a pathetic ruler. Eggman's going to overthrow his regime soon enough, regardless of what I do." While Geoffrey looked at him persistently, the old Squirrel King added, with the same emotion in his voice, "My son couldn't even stop a small eternal rebellion caused by that traitorous Armantus Prowler. Instead, he actually gave in to Sally's suggestion of having a democracy, without even raising a single protest in response." King Max then slammed his fist on his nightstand as hard as he could, shouting angrily, "That is unacceptable! My son is an absolute embarrassment as a king of this city." Geoffrey not surprisingly recoiled a bit at his outburst, as the Squirrel King added, "That's why I'm going to have someone come in and challenge his rule as leader of this city. It's time for my son to either grow up and prove his worth as a leader, or leave with his tail between his legs back to this former life of mediocrity. Either way, this city needs a more worthy ruler." "But suggesting this particular individual to challenge him," Geoffrey argued, "surely you don't think there won't be some serious backlash when he makes his claim to the throne?" King Max then looked away with a heavy sigh, replying, "Yes, I know the Freedom Fighters will not be happy about this, especially since they have a bad history with this wizard. Nevertheless, he has a rightful claim to become king, so they are in no position to do anything about it." Geoffrey again was in deep thought, as King Max soon added, "Anyway, you have your orders, and I expect you to carry them out. Do I make myself clear?" The treacherous skunk quickly nodded his head, replying with a shy grin of his own. "Consider it done, your highness. I'd gladly backstab that blue bundle of mystery for ya, and bring nuggets to challenge Alice, whatever his name is." "Excellent!" the old Squirrel King said, now beaming with pride. "I know you won't let me down." Moments later, he then inquired on Geoffrey, "So tell me, how's your wife Hershey been doing now? I haven't heard from her since that mission she went on a while ago." Geoffrey instantly did a full-body cringe, answering with hesitance on his face, "Oh, she's fine. She's just, deep undercover at the moment. But but I do expect word from her, though any day though, now. Not surprisingly, King Max could sense the skunk was not being 100% honest with him, as he soon asked with an arch eyebrow, "Are you okay, Sir G.U.N? I'm starting to get a feeling something has happened to her that you're not telling me about." Again, Geoffrey tried to play it cool, replying with a slight stutter, No, your highness. Nothing happened to her. I, I just a bit nervous now, since this mission you asked me on is going to be very risky to pull off successfully." By this time, the old Squirrel King knew something was up, and decided to not press further on the matter for now, saying after a long pause, "Very well then, you have better be going. Sonic is in the hall waiting for you." "Oh, yes, of course. I'll just be on my way," Jerry then added as he slowly walked away, giving a hypocritical salute with his right hand, while looking back at him. "See you later, sire." As he walked off, King Max thought to himself with a frown, "That skunk is definitely hiding something from me. I better get someone to watch him closely. I'm starting to get the feeling he may not be as loyal to me as I once thought he was." Geoffrey was indeed hiding something. While he was walking off, the treacherous skunk thought to himself angrily, "Oh, I carry out your mission all right, Max. But once Knuckles takes over the city, I'm switching over to his side. Then I will make you and your Jetster's family pay dearly for having my beloved wife perish due to sending her on a ridiculous suicide mission." Even at this moment, Jeffrey was maniacally plotting his revenge on them. In a sense, was now out for blood. To be continued. Well, that is the end of chapter 1. What do you think of the story? And if you didn't understand what I was saying, if you think I was mumbling or not saying anything clear, I'm gonna leave a link to this story down below in the description box for you to read it, even just in case. So this is part 1 Lex, and expect to see another drag reading.